Previously on the Great Canadian Road Trip. I'm Joanna, and my boy Rudy and I drove across Canada in just 6 days to reach the world-famous Alaska Highway. Nothing could have stopped us. I drove through the Rocky Mountains, bathed in hot springs, and spotted wildlife along the way, again and again, until I made it all the way up to Whitehorse in the Yukon. But that wasn't it. The journey continued along the Klondike Highway and further onto the Dempster Highway with breathtaking views no matter which way I looked. After all that driving, I figured some movement would do me good. So I joined a hike. And oh boy, that might have been a mistake. 2 hours through the tundra and my body was already wrecked. I pushed further up the hill, lost the group, and suddenly found myself alone in bear country. So here we are, right where we left off. I had no choice but to keep going. I continued slowly. Step by step, strangely despite everything, I still noticed how peaceful the nature and beautiful the landscape around me was. About 40 minutes after losing sight of the group, I reached the top. They were waiting patiently, smiling and giving me thumbs up. After a short rest, I was rewarded with the sight of a golden eagle. Then came the descent, steep and wild. We watched a marmot, crossed a river, hiked through the water, climbed slopes back into the bushes, and returned to the tundra. And let me quickly explain. Beneath the surface lies permafrost, frozen year-round. In summer, the top layer melts into a sponge-like swamp with different density levels. Sometimes you sink a little, sometimes deeply into essentially ice water, but sometimes not at all, unpredictably enough to twist an ankle. Every step requires lifting your knees high just to move forward. After 6 hours, we made it back to the parking lot. I was shaking, dehydrated, and completely drained. I can confidently say this was my first and last tundra hike.
Hungry for the road all my life.
Dawson City is where the Klondike River meets the Yukon River, and here I could observe the same phenomenon I had already seen in Tombstone Territorial Park. The distinct colors of the rivers do not mix immediately. Instead, they flow side by side for some distance before fully merging. The red color we had seen earlier indicates iron and sulfur content, which oxidizes when exposed to air and essentially creates rust water. The milky gray and brownish color of the Yukon River comes from finely grained glacial silt, so-called rock flour. When present in high concentrations, it creates a thick, opaque water that blocks light penetration. In lower concentrations, the same silt reflects light and appears green or turquoise. I would observe this phenomenon repeatedly throughout my travels and from now on see the immediate connection to nearby glaciers. Dawson City is also historically significant due to its location and its role during the gold rush. Half of the town feels like a museum, though it is not necessarily preserved, but much of it is rebuilt. This is due to the permafrost. Visitors can witness firsthand what happens when heated buildings are placed on frozen ground. The frost beneath melts and old houses slowly sink into the muck that remains. I took a guided tour back in time to experience what life might have looked like more than a century ago.
A little taste of home, home, home. I need a little taste of home. Home, home, home. Just a little taste of home. I need a little taste of home, home, home. No matter where I go, a little taste of home, home, home. I need bought my ticket, I pick up the phone. I'm calling to tell you that
The top of the World Highway didn't get its name by coincidence. Not only does it connect Dawson City to the northernmost border crossing into the US, but it is quite literally located on top of the world. While most mountain roads wind through valleys, this one is built right on top of the mountain range, curving from one peak to the next. It's unusual, remote, and very much the embodiment of the famous road less traveled. By this point, I had almost gotten used to being rewarded with the most epic views.
little taste of home, home, home. I'm coming home. Home, home, home. I need a little taste of home.
Entering Alaska, I came across a road even less traveled. The border is only open for a short period in summer and closes by mid-September. As soon as weather conditions become harsh, the US side shuts the road entirely, leaving the quirky little town of Chicken, with its approximately 15 inhabitants, accessible only by plane. My spontaneous detour through Alaska allowed me to complete the Alaska Highway all the way to its endpoint in Delta Junction at kilometer 1422. And since I was already there, I took another detour toward Glenallen, with views at the Denali National Park. And oh boy, I'll let the views speak for themselves. And then it happened. The moment I had been waiting for 3 years. In the early hours of a beautiful sunny Alaskan summer day, a moose crossed my path. Unfortunately, it caught me by surprise, and the sigh of disappointment at not getting the footage I had hoped for can be clearly heard. While driving through Alaska, I noticed just how much permafrost affects the northern regions. The ground is frozen year-round, but the top layers melt during the summer months, especially when exposed to heat. The same process that causes houses in Dawson City to sink also affects Alaska's roads. The result is wavy pavement and sudden dips. At times it feels like a roller coaster ride. The dampers of my 25-year-old car, however, had a hard time keeping up. Back home in Canada, the Alaska Highway leads through the impressive Kluane National Park, home to Canada's highest mountain, Mount Logan.
Reading books and sipping coffee, I forgot how much I love getting lost in words. It took us a while to get here. It took the world falling apart. But maybe we needed to take a step back to remember how lucky we are. It's like time is falling asleep in the afternoon. Sunlight that's keeping us warm.
After a short pit stop for a shower, I found my camp for the night, tucked between the mountains and a lake, and right in front of a big pile of grizzly bear poop.
I wonder how it took us this long.
Exploring the area around Whitehorse, I came across something you wouldn't expect in such a Nordic environment. Carcross is known as the world's smallest desert. Fun fact, it's actually not a desert, but an ancient system of sand dunes that are constantly in motion. The current carries sand from the Watson River into nearby Bennett Lake. When water levels are low in spring, the wind blows it toward the dunes. Close to the Carcross sand dunes, I stayed at the town's small campsite. I was reading with my door half open when I noticed footsteps. I tried to hide behind the window and was lucky that he or she didn't notice me, or maybe just didn't care.
Scheiße. Scheiße, scheiße, scheiße. Scheiße, scheiße, scheiße. Scheiße, scheiße, scheiße. Oh, fuck.
The worst part? I still had to make dinner afterwards. Thrilled and armed with my bear spray, I claimed my space outside.
It's like time is falling asleep in the afternoon. Sunlight is keeping us.
After another pit stop in Whitehorse, complete with a second oil change, car wash, groceries, and laundry, it was time to say goodbye to the Yukon. And hello again to the supposedly best place on Earth, British Columbia.
I wonder how it took us this long. This long.
Feel the warmth of the summer. I get lost in the colors. Go
Deep in the woods in between the mountains of BC, I came across the small town of Stewart. Stewart is literally frozen in time. In the middle of summer, it's surrounded by glaciers and ice fields. I could only guess what it would look like in winter, when the only road to access the town regularly closes due to weather conditions. In Stewart, I crossed the border again into the US ghost town of Hyder. No border control, but a different time zone. I made my way to the Salmon Glacier, a 26 kilometers ride that took around 1 hour, during which I crossed back into Canada without even noticing. This drive was wild. I was sure I'd entered the twilight zone. At the top, I was rewarded with an incredible view of the biggest glacier I've ever seen. Just in time before it was completely covered in fog.
Now I miss my old self. I do you? I do you? I'm winning time and time again. I'm looking for nothing. I'm rich and I'm rich to fame. I just want the game, but I did it for me. And I'd give up everything just to feel all again, just to be out of my mind. But this is me, it's all I am. There's no one to blame, so I guess I'm doing fine. I guess I'm doing fine. I guess I'm doing fine.
On the way back from the glacier, I stopped at the wildlife observation deck of the Fish Creek. A massive amount of salmon lives in this river, and the glacier flows right into it. It's the perfect place for bears to have dinner. It's also a popular place for visitors to observe black and brown bears in their natural environment, from a safe distance and without disturbing them. Unfortunately, I wasn't lucky this time, but I did already had my bear sighting for the day.
Or I was mistaken by thinking I can't fight my feelings away.